You think being broke means not having money, but that's just the surface. True poverty isn't in your wallet, it's in your perspective. Being broke is about not understanding how money actually moves. And when you don't see the system, you become a slave to it. The poor, they exchange their sweat for coins, working long hours for low pay, believing that hard work alone leads to wealth. The middle class, they exchange knowledge for income, trading degrees, certifications, and skills for salaries that grow slowly and vanish quickly through taxes, debt, and lifestyle inflation. But the wealthy, they've mastered a different game. They don't trade time. They build systems, create influence, and use leverage. They don't chase money. They position themselves so money flows to them. Money is a current, a system, a language, and most people are fluent in none of them. The problem isn't that you're lazy, it's that you're playing someone else's game without knowing the rules. And the longer you stay blind to it, the harder you have to work just to stay in place. There was a young man born into wealth. He closed his first major business deal, $180,000 in profit. Excited, he rushed to his father. "Dad, I made my first big win. Should I give $20,000 or $40,000 to the person who helped me close the deal?" His father smiled and replied, "Give them 70%, keep 30%. The son looked at him like he was crazy. "What? But I did all the work." His father leaned back, paused, then began to tell a story. There once was a beggar on a crowded street. Each day, passers-by would offer him 2 coins, one worth 10 cents, the other a full $1. Every time, the beggar would choose the 10-cent coin. People laughed. They called him a fool. They kept coming back again and again just to see him make the wrong choice. And every time he walked away with another 10 cents. But what no one noticed was this. The beggar understood the game. He knew that the moment he picked the dollar, the laughter would stop. The crowds would stop. The game would end, and so would his income. He wasn't stupid. He was strategic. He understood something most never learn. Sometimes appearing naive is the smartest move. Sometimes keeping the game alive is worth more than winning one round. The father looked at his son and said, "You're focusing on what you earned, but real wealth is in what this deal creates, what doors it opens, what trust it builds, what future relationships it unlocks." Real wealth isn't just numbers on a check. It's how the world sees you, how they believe in you. You don't get rich by grabbing everything. You get rich by knowing which part to let go of. And that's where most people stay poor. Not because they aren't smart, but because they're too focused on the immediate reward and too blind to the long game. They chase dollars. The rich build systems that produce them. Let me ask you something. Why is it that some people float through life with ease while others break their backs and still can't breathe? It's not luck. It's lens. It's leverage. It's long-term thinking. Because the rich don't just play the game. They design it. And you're still grinding in someone else's sandbox, thinking effort alone will save you. There's a reason the hamster wheel exists. It lets you run as fast as you want while going nowhere. So if you're still stuck in survival mode, fighting for every dollar, exhausted at the end of every month, maybe you don't need another side hustle. Maybe you need a shift in vision, a new frame for the same picture. Because when your lens changes, everything else follows. At Ancient Wisdom Unlocked, we teach you what school never did. We reveal the invisible threads behind money, power, influence, and trust. We don't tell you to hustle harder. We show you how to see clearer. Because the moment you understand how the current flows, you no longer have to swim upstream. Real wealth doesn't start in your wallet. It starts in your mindset, your language, your ability to see the unseen. If you found value in this story, it's not because it was dramatic. It's because somewhere deep inside, you felt the truth in it. You've been told all your life to work hard, but no one taught you how to think like the architect, not just the laborer. It's time to stop surviving and start seeing. Comment below, what's one belief about money you grew up with that you now question? Let's start a conversation, because awareness is the first doorway to transformation. Follow Ancient Wisdom Unlocked, where old souls meet new vision, where truth meets timing, and where your financial freedom doesn't begin with a job. It begins with a shift in the way you see the game. We don't just tell stories, we don't just inspire, we unlock you. Like this video if it gave you a new way to see the system. Share your thoughts. We read every comment. And if you're ready to move beyond the grind, to start living with insight, not just income, welcome home, Ancient Wisdom Unlocked.